welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mackenzie, and for today's video, I'm going to be teaching you my top 9 favorite go-to hairstyles. The materials that you will need for these hairstyles are a hairbrush, a comb. I'm using a rat tail comb from Sally's, some hair ties, and some bobby pins. For my first hairstyle, I'm going to start off by brushing my hair to make sure that there isn't any tangles. Next, I'm going to take my comb and do my part. I have already did a side part, and now I'm going to part it all the way down to the bottom so that your hair is in half, and then I'm going to brush it out again just to make sure there isn't any tangle. And now I'm going to hair elastic the side that I'm not using first. And now I am going to Dutch braid all the way down my hair. If you don't know how to Dutch braid, I will leave a link in the description to my video where I teach you how to Dutch braid your hair. Now I'm at the ends, I'm just hair elasticing it. And this is what one side looks like, and I'm just doing the same thing to this side. This is the finished product of my Dutch braid. For my second hairstyle, you're going to start out by brushing out your hair. Then you're going to take your comb and do your part. I have already did a side part. Then you are going to take on one of the sides and start Dutch braiding your hair. When you get to this point, instead of picking up hair from all the way down here, you're going to pick up hair from the back portion, so that you still have it hair down for the half up down look. And now that I'm at the edge of my hair, I'm just braiding a little segment down while not adding any hair. Now I'm going to hair elastic it, and this is what this side looks like, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And now I have my 2 braids done. I'm just making sure that the back is flat. I'm taking my 2 braids back and pulling them together with a hair elastic. And I am pulling out the 2 hair ties that were in the braids. If you end up with a bump at the end, you can just simply take a bobby pin and pin it down. And I like to pull a few pieces out around my face to frame my face. And this is the finished product. For the third hairstyle, you're going to start out by brushing out your hair. Then you're going to take your comb and part your hair where you would like. I have already did a side part. And like the last hairstyle, you're going to braid the top section and stop at the back, leaving it here over top of your ear. You stop close to where your eyebrow tips down at. Now that I'm to here, I am just taking 2 bobby pins and taking and making an X over top of the braid at the ends so that it can lay flat, so that it looks like this. And I'm just doing the same thing to this side. I'm just pulling out a few strands around my face to frame my face. If you are wearing this hairstyle out and you want it to stay in longer, I recommend doing 2 extra bobby pins on each side so that it stays secure. But if you aren't planning on having it in for a really long time, then you can just use 2 bobby pins. And this is what the final look is. For my 4th hairstyle, you're going to start out by brushing out your hair. Then you're going to pull up your hair to where you want your bun to sit. Now you're going to start out by doing your bun. You're just going to hold it with your right hand, take your left hand and put your hair over top of it. Take your right hand and twist. Let your left hand go and then hold it at the top where your roots are and twist with your right hand and then spin it and secure it with a hair tie. And bobby pin it. And then pull out some hairs around your face to frame your face. And this is the finished product. For my 5th hairstyle, you're going to start out by brushing your hair. You're going to use your comb to part your hair where you would like. I did a side part. Now I'm taking my comb and right at the edge of my head, going down. It's just a little bit past my ear. And you're doing the same thing on the other side. Now you're taking a hair elastic and pulling back the back. Now you're going to Dutch braid these two sections. And I'm just braiding to here and putting in a hair elastic. And this is what this side looks like, and I'm just going to do the same thing to this side. Now I'm just taking out the back hair section, and I am just moving it to where I want my ponytail to sit at, and I'm adding in the two braids and hair elasticing it to secure it. And I am just taking out the hair elastics that were holding the braid together. And as you can tell, I have a few bumps, and I'm just taking a bobby pin in and pinning them. And now I'm just pulling out a few strands to frame my face. And this is the finished product. And just so you know, if you prefer doing French braids instead of Dutch braids, you can totally do all of these hairstyles with French braids instead of doing Dutch braids. I simply just prefer doing Dutch braids on myself better, but if you prefer French braids, you can absolutely do that. For my sixth hairstyle, I'm going to start out by brushing out my hair. Then I'm going to take and part my hair on a side part. Then, right where my eyebrow dips down, I'm going to part my hair again. And I'm going to just simply pull this part out of the way and hair elastic it. And then I'm going to pull all the rest of the hair to the back and hair elastic it. Now I'm going to take this section out. And I'm going to Dutch braid it, and I'm going to Dutch braid it down and then curve it around so that it meets at my ponytail in the back. And I feel that this hairstyle works a lot better and looks a lot better if you do a really tight Dutch braid instead of a looser one. And at the end, you can always pull it apart more if you would like. So right here, I'm just starting to curve my braid up some. And I'm just hair elasticing it. And now I am taking the back section and pulling it up into a high ponytail. Now I'm just adding in my braid and putting in a hair elastic to secure it, and taking out the hair elastic for the braid. And this is what the final look is. my 7th hairstyle, you're going to start out by brushing your hair. Then you're going to take your comb and do your part. I have already did a side part. Then you're going to take all of your hair over to one side. Then you are going to take and separate your hair into 2 sections and start doing your fishtail braid. I'm just hair elasticing it, and I'm just pulling apart my fishtail to make it look a little bit fuller. And I'm just pulling out a few strands to frame my face. This is what the final product is. For the 8th hairstyle, you're going to start out by brushing out your hair. Then take your comb and part your hair however you would like. I'm doing a side part. Then you're going to pull your hair to the back of your head. Now you're going to split your hair into 3 sections and do a French braid. Pulling out a few strands to frame my face, and this is the finished product. For the 9th hairstyle, you're going to start out by brushing out your hair. Then you're going to take your comb and part your hair. I have done a side part, and then I'm parting my hair at the edge of my head, right past my ear. And the rest of the hair I'm elasticing in the back with a hair tie, and then I'm Dutch braiding this section. Now I'm just hair elasticing it and taking out the back and pulling it into a low ponytail, and I'm adding in the braid and elasticing it with a hair tie, and I'm pulling out my braided hair tie, and this is the finished hairstyle. I hope that you enjoyed watching the video and you learned how to do my top 9 favorite go-to hairstyles. Hopefully you can try some of these hairstyles out on yourself if you like them. If you liked watching the video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you've tried any of these hairstyles out. Make sure to subscribe down below if you want to see more videos like this on my channel. And make sure to turn on your post notifications so that you never miss a video when I post. Until next time, bye guys!